Oden, Japan's ultimate winter comfort food in a bag.
どうもありがと
Hello there, I'm Scott. So, what is Oden, I hear you say? Well, basically, it's a hot pot. Take a look at that. It's like a broth-based stew. It's really popular during the colder months. The flavor is really gentle and comforting. And if you take a look at the back here, you can see all the ingredients inside. They soak up the flavor of the broth over time. So this is a very seasonal thing. You'll find it in all the convenience stores. So when you go to the counter where the hot food is, it's usually they've got like a little container and it's bubbling away and they've got all the different compartments and you just choose which ones you want. And usually the staff will put it in a container for you and give you some soup and maybe a bit of mustard. Sometimes you choose by yourself and then you just give it to the staff and they tally it up. But depends on the convenience store. But we're not doing that one today. We've got the Oden in a bag. You can see all the stuff, all the classic Oden things in there. So I made a bit of a mistake actually. I thought I could just go ahead and microwave this and heat it up, but it says you shouldn't microwave it. Can you see there? It says you're supposed to boil it in the bag or just boil it in a pot. The reason being because there are 2 eggs and I think they're scared they're going to explode and cause some kind of injury. But I'm a wild and crazy guy. I'm just going to go ahead and microwave it. Oh yeah. Now, there's actually a bit of history behind Oden. I'm not going to bore you with the history, but if you look online, you'll find lots of interesting history about Oden and how it came about. But you will find it in the convenience stores, but you also find it in like little like street cars. Like, you know, if you go to New York, you see like the hot dog stands, that kind of thing. And they usually have like a couple of chairs and you can have the Oden and maybe have some beers or something and eat it on the side of the road. That's really cool. Very traditional Japanese thing to do, especially in the winter months. Or you can actually go to a restaurant which specializes in Oden. And they have much more variety. And you actually sit down. Sometimes they have like the Oden, the big pot of Oden in the center. And like all the seats and they've got like a counter going all the way around. And everyone sits around and looking at the different Oden and say, oh, I want to have that one. Oh, can I have that one? It's really fun. And usually the people are really friendly because there's a lot of kind of regular customers and you can make some new friends if you're lucky. Now the Oden broth itself, see all this kind of soupy broth inside? So this is a light soy sauce based dashi, which is made from fish and seaweed. Now, is it suitable for vegetarians? Unfortunately, no, because it does have the fish in there. If you don't eat fish, then sorry, it's not suitable for vegetarians. However, if you look online, maybe you can find some restaurants, they make it from kelp, which is a kind of seaweed, and mushrooms. So they do have those options out there, but you're gonna have to look around for them. But basically, this is non-vegetarian. So I'm sure you're curious, what are all these things in this bag? Let's take a closer look. So it comes in a really thick bag because you're supposed to boil it in the bag, which I didn't know about, and also to stop it from bursting, I suppose. Now you can see the cooking instructions are there on the left and the nutritional contents are on the right. And be careful when you're putting this broth into the bowl because it splashes everywhere. Make sure you get a nice big bowl. It's got loads of broth in there. Took the eggs out because I'm going to microwave it just to be on the safe side, you know. Now, it didn't look all that hot, but it actually was quite hot. And the broth itself is pretty light, but it's packed full of flavor. Bit of mustard there on the side of the plate. Now, this is your grilled fish cake, konnyaku, and then we got the fritter there, and we got thick cut radish, fried fish cake, and burdock root wrapped in fish paste. And you just take a few pieces out, put a bit of mustard on it, and off you go. And this fritter was actually pretty small, but it was quite tasty. And the daikon radish just cut in two with the chopsticks, absolutely fantastic. There's all kinds of fritter stuff, the konnyaku, and finally the egg comes into play. Okay, the time has come to rip this open. Be really careful because it does splash, I tell you. Now this is just the dashi broth. You can see how clear and what a lovely kind of a yellowy golden color it is. And then I'm going to very carefully put these in the broth. So I've taken the eggs out just to be safe. So I'm going to heat this up probably for a good 5 or 6 minutes. Now while that's heating up, let's have a drink. So if you've ever been to Japan, you've probably tried a lemon sour before. Lemon sour is basically lemon juice or grapefruit juice, and it's mixed in with soda and shochu. What is shochu? It's kind of a distilled liquor which is made from sweet potatoes or rice. So this is the non-alcoholic version, lemon sour. It's made by Suntory. Can you see that? Amaku nakute umai lemon sour non-alcohol. So this is going to be a good one. So if you ever come to Japan, or if you're in Japan, I'm sure you know all about lemon sours, but this has got no alcohol in it, but they're going to try and mimic the taste of a lemon sour. Let's see how well they do. Cheers. Oh, it's not the same. It just tastes like lemon water, really. Yeah, it's much better with the alcohol in it, but it's very refreshing. Look at that, steaming hot. All the goodies in there. Okay, now I've actually removed some of the broth just to make it easier to handle because I'm filming here, but normally it would be swimming in broth. First up is the yaki chikuwa. Looks just like this. You can see right through it. Hello there, can you see me? Now you can see the grill marks all over it, so it is really a yaki. It's been grilled. Let's go. Now it's a lot firmer than you would imagine. This is probably, from all the items and these different things in this Oden set, this is probably the one which is going to be the most firm, but it's got a lovely mild, kind of a slight fishy taste to it. You can taste the seafood in there, but also you can taste the little charring around it, and it has soaked up some of the flavors of the dashi, so it's very nice. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of karashi here, a little bit of the old mustard. Now it's important, don't have too much of this mustard, because Japanese karashi mustard is really, really strong, just like wasabi. It doesn't look all that scary because it just looks like mustard, but it's powerful stuff. Oh. That's very nice. Oh, and that mustard is going straight to my nose, just like wasabi. Let's go for the devil's tongue, a bit of konnyaku. Now you can see it's been cut. Can you see those cut marks in it? To let the flavors go in, because basically konnyaku doesn't taste of anything. It's just to give a bit of interest and to fill you up. Probably during, when meat and fish was kind of scarce during various times in history, they used this kind of thing to fill everybody up. But yeah, it's just kind of a traditional one, so it's really difficult to hold with chopsticks. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It doesn't really taste of much, and it doesn't really like absorb all the flavors of the broth. Just a little bit, but and even if you add a little bit of mustard, I think you're only going to be tasting the mustard. So yeah, this is not really my favorite one, but it's okay. It's traditional. Next up, we got the tofu fritter. Now, I know this is going to be a good one because I love tofu, and it's just such a cute little ball. It's not big at all, and let's cut it in half so you can see what it's like inside. I think it's got like carrots going through it here. Can you see that? So it's made from tofu, it's fried, can't go wrong in my book, and it's probably soaked up a lot of the lovely dashi. It's a lovely, warming, comforting taste. Yeah, I really like that one. Next up, we have the star of the show. This is the one that is most loved in Japan. Everybody loves a bit of atsugiri daikon. This is always the star of the show in any Oden place. Now, the thing about Japanese radish, the daikon, is that it soaks up the flavors really well. And even after 2 or 3 days, it tends to continue soaking up all the flavors, and it just gets better and better. Now, one of the key points about telling whether it's well cooked or not is whether you can slide your chopsticks through it with ease. Let's give it a try. Oh, I know this is going to taste fantastic already. Oh, you can really, so the radish itself is really delicious, but as I said, it just takes on the flavor of the dashi. Okay, I'm fishing out the satsuma age, which is the fried fish cake. It's just the same size as my face. Look at that. Hello. Now again, because this is a fish cake, I think it's going to be a bit harder, going to have much more texture than the other ones. It's so smooth inside, and because it's fried around the outside and it's smooth in the inside, those two tiny little texture differences are really good. And these fish cakes also soak up the flavor of the dashi. Let's try it with a wee bit of the mustard and see how that goes down. So you can really tell this kind of oden, it doesn't usually get eaten with rice, but actually I brought some rice with me today because I thought maybe I would be having some rice, but traditionally oden is just had with alcohol. Just have a few drinks, some oden. So it really, now I'm starting to realize you don't really need any rice because it's got so much to it. It looks very simple, but it's actually pretty complex. Okay, now we're gonna go for the gobo maki. So gobo is burdock root, which is probably not eaten so much in other countries, but it's a very seasonal vegetable in Japan. And this gobo root is, burdock root is actually quite hard when you cook it normally, but because this has been boiled for a long time, it's probably made it nice and soft. Actually, looks like a little kind of a chocolate roll or something, but I can tell you, it's going to taste completely different. Very, very fresh. It's not a lot of burdock root in there, but it just adds that nice little accent. Very earthy, kind of an earthy flavor. Now they also add a little bit of kelp in there, a little bit of seaweed, just to give it a bit of decoration and to give it a bit more umami. You know they love their umami. So this has been tied in a nice little ribbon, like a bow, and I'm gonna munch it down. Again, the texture is really nice. I don't know, it tastes, because it's kind of in layers, because it's been kind of rolled over there, it tastes kind of like an asparagus of the sea. Not the chicken of the sea, an asparagus of the sea. I made a new phrase. And finally, we have the boiled egg. So this is another big favorite of a lot of people in Japan. Everyone loves the daikon radish and the egg. So this is a very hard-boiled egg because it's been boiling away probably for a really long time. So inside it's gonna be pretty solid. It's not one of your like soft runny yolk ones. Okay, so you can see there, it's a very hard-boiled egg. It's kind of starting to take on the flavorings and the colorings of the oden dashi. It's gone slightly brown on the outside, but let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it's starting to take on the taste of the dashi. And the yolk, it's actually kind of dry. So it's kind of an interesting combination to have with alcohol. As soon as I was, you know, kind of eating that yolk part, I thought, oh, I could do with a nice drink, which is what I'm gonna do. Let's talk ratings. I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. I thought it was packed full of flavor. It was very authentic, and it's got lots of different types in there. So there you go, Oden. Thanks very much for watching, and cheers. See you in the next video.